Well, good Thursday evening, everyone. Meteorologist Brian Dukes here in the 15 Plus Streaming Center, kind of on a cool, damp night across southern Wisconsin. Great night for maybe some soup as we gear up for a little wintry weather as we head through the overnight hours and into first thing Friday morning. We are looking at a little bit of a wintry mix, meaning some freezing rain switching over to some snow and some very minor accumulations of both as we head into early Friday morning. Of course, we had that little dusting of snow this morning. We've been fairly calm since then. A lot of cloud cover today, but not a lot of precipitation. Kind of sticking with that this evening. If you have been out in the last hour or two, you can kind of feel some of that moisture in the air. We have some patchy fog developing, all a precursor to some of that freezing drizzle that will develop between now and midnight tonight. After midnight, in particular between about 2 and 5 a.m., we will get into a brief but heavy period of snow. I guess we'll call it more of a burst of snow, and that's what will bring some of those light accumulations. Right now looks like upwards of around an inch in most places, a little lighter to the west, maybe a little heavier off to the east, and it will be a wetter snow as temperatures hang out on either side of 30 degrees as we move through tonight and tomorrow morning. Didn't crack the freezing mark today. Looks like we will as we head through the day on Friday. That would be the first time since January 16th that we did crack that freezing mark. So it has been a cold stretch, and I don't think we're done with the cold weather yet, but we will enjoy a little bit of a February thaw here as we head through the next week or two. All right, coming up after the break, we're going to take a closer look at how the weather is impacting the Olympics and why today is a very special day if you are a meteorologist across the country. We'll have much more on that coming up in just 60 seconds. All right, welcome back, everyone. Meteorologist Brian Dukes here again in the 15 Plus Streaming Center. We are now less than 24 hours away from the opening ceremonies of the 2026 Winter Olympic Games. Check this out. Workers were busy clearing the snow from the roads in Cortina today after heavy snowfall in the last couple of days. Avalanche control blasts were also carried out. The snowfall forced Milano Cortina Olympic organizers to cancel the first of 3 training runs for Sunday's women's downhill, which was supposed to take place today. The 2 other training runs are scheduled for tomorrow and Saturday as organizers expect to have the course prepared in time. The cancellation of today's run means Lindsey Vonn, the 2010 downhill Olympic champion, will have to wait another day to test out her knee, which probably isn't a bad thing as we move into the Olympic Games. Also, want to give a big shout out to our First Alert team, all 4 of us there pictured on what is National Weather Person's Day. Of course, we are helping to keep all of southern Wisconsin safe, including you, but this is National Weather Person's Day, and it is because of John Jeffries, born in 1745, that we have this day. It commemorates the birth of him and one of America's first weather observers. He began taking weather observations in Boston back in 1774, and he took the first balloon observation climbing to a level of 9,000 feet in 1784. Of course, really advancing all of the weather technology that we do have today. So a shout out to all of our team here at WMTV and our partners at the National Weather Service in both La Crosse and Milwaukee, all of us working together to help keep you safe throughout the year. All right, stick around after this short break. We'll take a closer look at the snow and ice potential that we are going to see through tonight. And if you're hoping for some warmer weather, dare I say a taste of spring, we'll take a closer look at that as well, coming up right after this. All right, thanks for sticking with us on this Thursday evening. Welcome back, everyone, to 15 Plus here. First Alert Update. I'm meteorologist Brian Dukes. We are looking at a little wintry weather as we head through tonight. Cloudy skies, kind of calm out there right now, but later on this evening and tonight, we will get into some freezing drizzle and then a burst of snow after midnight through about sunrise on Friday, leading to some minor accumulations and a few slick spots. From there, temperatures climb above freezing. We will melt this. It'll get a little sloppy, and we will introduce some gusty winds, 30, 35 miles per hour as we head through Friday. On the backside of the system Friday night, frigid temperatures. We're back down near zero, wind chills sub-zero, and that means refreezing of anything wet and some black ice developing Friday night and into Saturday morning. So definitely a bit of a roller coaster ride here as we head through the end of the week and early this weekend. How much ice are we expecting? Very little, just a little bit of a glaze, but remember, that's all it takes. A little coating of ice on untreated surfaces will make it a skating rink. As for the snow, we are looking at around an inch on either side of there, it looks like, for the region, but remember, we are watching for that locally heavier band that may develop through the heart of the region. If that happens, there could be a couple places that are in that 1, maybe 2-inch range as we head through early tomorrow morning. So do be on the lookout for what could be kind of a slicker morning commute. 31 degrees in Madison right now. This is the warmest we've been so far today and the first time we've been into the low 30s since mid-January. Dew points at 26 and the winds are currently light out of the south and west. We are sitting a couple degrees on either side of 30 this evening. 32 in Janesville, Monroe, Platte Village, 29 right now in Beaver Dam. Look at the warmth out to the west. 30s turned to 40s, turned to 50s. It was into the 60s today through portions of Nebraska. Don't get too excited. That's not going to be heading our way. In fact, we are looking at some cooler air as we roll towards the weekend. Not much happening right now, but you'll notice the snow up towards the Duluth area. That'll be what pushes in later on tonight. So first, a little bit of drizzle and some fog after midnight, and really after 1, 2 a.m. We'll get into that heavy burst of snow. That should be moving out around 4 or 5 a.m. And then we're pretty much dry by midday, and if all goes as planned, we may actually see a few peaks of sun just in time for the sun to go down tomorrow night. We are looking at cold temperatures for the weekend and maybe a little clipper system Saturday night and Sunday. That will bring another little dusting of snow as we head into early Sunday morning. 28 tonight, freezing drizzle over to snow, snow over to wind as we head through your Friday. 21 Saturday, 31 on Sunday. How about the 40s Monday and Tuesday, and then looking a little messy as we head through Wednesday and Thursday. Could be a little bit of a wintry mix as we head through that time frame. So that'll be the next kind of thing to keep an eye on once we get through the upcoming weekend. All right, that's your update for our Thursday evening. Stick with us. Much more coming up on WMTV 15 News at 9 and 10. Of course, always on air, online, and on the First Alert weather app. We'll see you then.
At WMTV, 15 News to your Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or Google TV today. And never miss a moment of 15 News Plus.